Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, for those of you that are new on my channel, I'd like for you all to know that, hang on, I'm not working right now, so my hair can be down. So, this morning has been every bit interesting. And I do apologize for the sniffles. I still got that. This morning I went to my doctor and I got my my actual medicine, my steroid alternative, which I am so happy to have. I can breathe. I don't feel sick. I don't feel like I'm going to go Hulk smash on everything. Please stay there. So, and I found out somebody from the customer service chat room in the Patient First page on Facebook went out of their way and found me on YouTube. I did mention, to be fair, that I was going to make a mention on YouTube. It is a little weird. I must have made an impression or something. I'm within my rights as a customer to express my experience. I am no longer going to be mentioning names. But yeah. Wow, traffic's crazy here at Hull Street. Good God. Number one, you know, I know that a lot of people, you know, don't know how to conduct themselves professionally. And if they want to be a fan of my YouTube channel, okay, great, because I don't mind being nice. The thing is, let me explain. I am a very, very, very honest person. I'm very blunt. I don't sugarcoat. And if I'm upset, I'm going to let it be known that I'm upset. And I feel like something is wrong, I'm going to let that be known as well. If there's something that I think is an injustice, I'm going to speak up. I've spoken up for a lot of people in my life. In school, I would stand up to bullies. I can stand up for other people. When it came to standing up for myself, I did struggle in that because I felt like I wasn't worthy of that. Oh, they almost hit the ditch. Now, I don't hate the person that I spoke to on the Facebook page. It's not their fault. A lot of people are coming down on me saying, oh, you're just, you know, you're being unfair to that person. I said, no, I'm being blunt and I'm asking really tough questions. I am. I know I'm being tough. I'm asking real legitimate questions. Like, do you personally feel that it's right for someone to be shamed in something that is so inaccurate as a BMI count? BMI is inaccurate. I'll tell you one thing. I got in a conversation with a friend of mine who didn't know she was pregnant, went to a Patient First. And she said that for the longest time, they just kept saying she was fat and trying to put her on a diet and exercise regimen. Next thing you know, when it came time for her period, she noticed she was not bleeding, and she noticed that, you know, a lot of changes in her body. Long story short, she went to to the hospital complaining of abdominal pains and her period not showing up. She did a pregnancy test, and then she went to the hospital with the pregnancy test. The pregnancy test gave her a false negative. She knew something was wrong, so she went to the hospital complaining of pains, complaining of being sick, because every time she went to patient first, he said, oh, well, when you change your diet and your lifestyle, you know, your body kind of rejects it. Okay, I do get that. They do have that right. When you change your lifestyle completely, your body tries to cope. Well, after she went to the hospital, because she wasn't really happy with the results she was getting, she went to the hospital, and sure enough, she was pregnant. So yeah, I don't expect doctors and nurses to get it right all the time. What I do expect is them to treat patients with respect and to listen to them. Just because someone is a little overweight does not mean they have a buttload of health problems. It's the main reason they caught the flu. Your weight does not have anything to do with the flu, and your weight does not have anything to do with you having allergies. Your weight has nothing to do with other illnesses. There is illnesses that are linked to overweight, being overweight or underweight. Believe it or not, someone my size, I am anemic. Now, I'm not saying I'm fat, and I'm not saying I'm skinny. I am in between. And I'm changing my lifestyle from being a bodybuilder to trying to get myself into a slimmer size, because I don't need to be a bodybuilder anymore. I mainly wanted to be a bodybuilder because I wanted to see how strong I could make myself. Kind of like to boost my confidence. Plus, when you get that second wind when you're working out, oh my gosh, nothing compares. It feels great. Not everybody can fall into this government cookie cutter of BMI. You know? I don't judge people. I don't hold anything against anybody except for their attitude. Now, if there's a reason for their attitude, I'll let it slide. If there's some real stuff you're going through, hey, I'm a reader. I can feel when people are going through stuff. I'm trying to figure out if that trail passed me or not. But the thing is, I am blunt, and when it comes to something that I feel is wrong, I'm very harsh in serving my truth. These are my experiences, and I just convey what I go through, what I feel, what I see, what I hear. I trust my 5 senses, and then I trust the rest. I have 2 witnesses to my last visit there. One of them is underage, but one is an adult, my husband. He was pretty appalled. He's like, I can't believe that, you know, you had to tell the doctor 4 times why you couldn't take the certain medicine. They just want to prescribe you something and get you out of there. I'm like, yeah, that's not really being a doctor. That's being an overglorified pharmacist. Now, I'm sure there's some people trying to make a name for themselves in the medical field. I'm not dissing everybody. I'm dissing the rotten eggs, the rotten apple that spoils the whole bunch. It takes one bad experience. Oh, shit. It takes one bad experience to... What the hell are you doing? It takes one bad experience for, you know, a customer to get an opinion about, to get an opinion about a place, a company, a business, you name it. Like, I will never go to Merchant's Tire because I had a bad experience. I will, however, go to, what's the company I work with when it comes to tires and stuff? Firestone or... I will go to Firestone, or I will go to, oh gosh, what's that? Waller's. I will go to there. I'll go to Waller's or Firestone. Firestone if I want more than my tires worked on. Waller's if I just need a quick fix for my tires or alignment or something. Now, stomach feels icky. Now, and the thing is, a lot of people don't understand. You know, so far, I have a lot of people that are against, we'll say PF. A lot of people are against them because of a bad experience. And people go and they endure that abuse that they dish out, thinking it's okay to fat shame people and to press their ideals and their opinions on sick people that just need a doctor's note and some medicine. Now a lot of people tell me, don't burn your bridges. They may tell you not to come back. I'm like, if my doctor's office is not open on the weekend, I really don't have a choice, and I'm going to see them as a last resort. Basically, people use them, and it's a damn shame because some of those people in PF have potential. The nurses were amazing. The receptionist was amazing. Until I got to the doctor part. Now, I know some doctors got a big head, and they're full of themselves. They're all up in their feelings and their egos. I get it. I ran, even in a regular practice, I ran into some doctors that had a big head and a big ego. Like, I said the word poop and he giggled. I'm like, did you want to know the symptoms? Well, I didn't want you to go that much in details. I'm like, you asked how am I going to the bathroom? I tell you how I'm going to the bathroom and you giggle when I say my poop is, well, you should say the proper word, which is excrement. I'm like, okay, my excrement is da-da-da-da-da. God dang. I'm sick. I don't care what I call it. Shit. My shit is... I remember I went to that doctor over a bladder infection. He kept saying that, my period was... Oh, that's different. Okay. Oh, that's new. Alright, let's be careful, folks. It gets a little tricky over here. It gets a little tricky. You gotta be careful on the road. And Soviet Russia road forks you. Stupid joke, okay? If you're Russian and you take offense, I'm sorry. I love Russian people. Your culture is actually very rich, and I love your music and food. And I also like what you're known for, which is your assault rifles. I'm a fan of the Kalashnikov. I know I probably said that wrong, but I'm a fan of the Kalashnikov. And then a gun. It's a nice rifle. It shoots things quite far if you know how to use them right. Boom, boom, mother. But I'm a very blunt person, and my honesty may seem harsh, especially when it's not positive. But if it's positive, it's gonna make you feel good hearing the truth. I'm not one to sugarcoat or fabricate crap. I can't lie with crap either. Trust me, I've tried. I know some of y'all are like, oh, you tried, so, well, let me explain. When your sister accuses you of you using her bath stuff and lotions and clothes and, you know, little sister stuff, you know, I mean, come on, cut me some slack. I looked up to my older sister and I tried to dress like her and I just couldn't freaking do it. She was Miss Perfect and I was the odd screwball that screwed everything up. So yeah, I tried to tell her, no, I don't know who used your shampoo or your lotion. Oh, your shoes? I don't know who used your shoes. I didn't. How come there's dog crap on the bottom of them? Oh, you stepped in it. You're terrible at lying. That's a good thing, right? It means yeah. Anybody want to know what really happened somewhere and I was around? Ask Heather. She can't lie for shh. And usually that was always a problem. Like, you snitched. I'm like, I can't lie. I told you I can't lie. What do you want? Same people that yelled at me for snitching yelled at me for being honest. I'm just like, what do you want? You want a liar or you want someone that's honest? I mean, you can't have both. You can't have both. But look, and the thing is, when it comes to customer service and retail and whatever business and job you have, the one thing you're told to not do, and this is for that so-and-so that I spoke to on Facebook, the one thing you do not do is you seek out the customer that complained and that upsets you on another thing of social media, because I spoke to my manager and I also spoke to a friend that works at BetterMed, and she said you are not allowed to go on social media and hunt down the people that made a negative impression on you, or positive even. You don't do that. I know that. Because let me tell you something, it is dangerous. This day and age, it is dangerous. You don't know if you're friending or communicating or antagonizing a maniac, a serial killer. Most people will tell you I'm a maniac, but I'm just me. I'm very opinionated. Sorry. The bottom line is, if you look in the history of people hunting down, you may not even be hunting down, just looking up customers or patrons, clients, and find them on a social media network, and you're contacting them, and they don't want you contacting them, that is a breach of confidentiality. That is a legal offense. I mean, shoot, they want to talk about federal government stuff. I know a fair deal about it too. Because if somebody doesn't want to contact you and you continue with it, there is a really thin line of breaking confidentiality, taking someone's personal information. I mean, I know a few people that have gotten in trouble, lost their job, got sued for not copyright, but breaking a confidentiality clause, which anytime anyone signs anything before they get service from anybody, there is a, Personal Information Act. It's legal. It's real. At my job, I'm strict on it. Even when someone gives me a check, I make darn sure that I void that check as soon as the transaction is done, and I hand it right back to them. And if they give me their cell phone or a flash drive for any information to do, I make darn sure they get their stuff back, and I make sure that nobody else is looking at their information other than me. Because where I work, it's a lot of people's sensitive information that can get leaked, and that could cause a lot of problems for the customer as well as for the employee. Especially in the medical field, you should know better. Especially in a medical field, you should know better. And let me say that I did do my homework, and nobody is bound by law in the medical field to take their personal information that they didn't ask for and have it brandished in their face. Period. You want to hide behind laws and regulations? You better have someone a lot better to stand up for you, because you're not doing a good job. You should know better. If you can't handle someone giving you honest, hard facts and ask tough questions, if you can't handle it and you're not equipped for it, the best thing you can do with customers like that is say, "Well, you have a good day," and be on your way. That's all you can really do. Let it go. Move on. And deal. And if it did cause any harm to you of what I've said and any questions I've said, I'm sorry I was honest. I'm sorry I asked really tough questions that you just didn't seem to be equipped for. I do that. When I want questions answered and I don't get the answer, I do my homework. I am equipped for those answers, those questions now. And you are not honest with me. Or you have been told wrong. Horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. You've been told horribly wrong. And you should do your own homework so you don't get yourself in trouble for lying to somebody. The best advice I can give anybody, there's a lot of people like me out there. The best thing is to learn, question, and cover your own tail. I have said once to this person to leave me alone and never speak to me again, because I can tell that there's going to be some problems. If there is no problems and they just want some kind of validation, then sure. Let them subscribe to my channel. It's okay. Listen, I may say something that helps them. I don't know. Because I'm only put here on this earth to help people. And that's what I'm trying to do. And if it means standing up for people and standing up for BS, against BS, then so mote it be. I don't mean to hurt nobody. I'm just tired of people mistreating and hurting other people. And when somebody does something that hurts me, then I get angry. You can't fault me for that. You can't fault me for getting angry when somebody hurts me. I'm not going to sit here and roll over and just be like, oh, well. I'm going to let it be known that, hey, this is how I took it. Please tell me this is not what you're saying. But everything that was said to me was pretty much confirming what I thought was said to me. I didn't like it. It was unappreciative. And it was totally uncalled for. And it's bullying. It's an offhanded way to bully somebody. So, if push comes to shove, and if other people are against it too, I will make a move on it. Not going to say out loud what that move is, but I want to let it go. I've done enough phone calls and emails about this problem, and I'm told that it will be taken care of promptly, and there will be a change made, because turns out I'm not the only one that has a problem with it, and I'm not the only one that doesn't like it and don't appreciate it. I mean, my BMI may be a crazy number to them. To them is a crazy number. I don't know. But I'm wearing pants that I wore back in high school. And that's a size 14. But that's too fat. I'm sorry. I kind of like having a big booty and big titties. Okay? My husband's happy with them. Last person that I know, 9 times out of 10, there's a statistic that people like women with curves, because, hey, numbers don't lie, especially that's what they say. Numbers don't lie. So, with that being said, it is what it is. You know? It is what it is. And I've dealt with stalkers before. I have. I just found it very surprising somebody went out of their way to find me on YouTube. Now, to be fair, I did tell them, I'm going to say something about this on YouTube. And they thank me for the shout out. And I'm just like, it's not good stuff that I'm saying. Don't take credit for it if you personally are not responsible. You know? It's not smart. It's like you're insulting yourself. Who does that? This person sure does. And if you look at the comments, on the on my last my video from yesterday, you'll see who it is. I'm not. Now, I did do a little investigating, found them on Facebook, but, I'm not going to talk to them, because if I don't want them contacting me, the logical thing to do is not contact them, right? So we're going to see how it goes, and I will keep everyone posted. And again, if everyone doesn't, if somebody doesn't like what I say doesn't really mesh well with somebody, you can go ahead and make a comment, private message me. Hey, I don't mind other people's opinions, and I don't mind other people's perceptions. Because if we all perceived situations and information the same way as the next person, you wouldn't have such interesting stuff like art and music, with such diversity. So, Yeah. Leave it on that note. Everyone have a good evening, and I wish we all have a really good day today. Night, evening, whatever, today. So mote it be.